Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Dave and we're here for a new, and it's probably the first, it is the first Football Manager 20 video that I'm going to be doing on the channel, and it's one of my annual things where I give you my top 10 teams to manage on FM. Now this is my top 10 teams in my opinion, and just little challenges, a few different things. So as always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below with the teams that you suggest I should manage or other players should manage. So if people don't quite get the inspiration off this video, they can definitely get the inspiration off the comment section down below. And definitely don't click off early because there's some crackers in this video, especially towards the end as well. But be sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Plenty of FM20 content coming up. So let's start off with the first team, and hopefully I don't butcher this pronunciation, but it's Anzi Makikala. Now, of course, they're a team currently in the Russian second division, or the Russian Professional Football League, after they were relegated last season. Now, it's a club that is only 28 years old, and the Eagles will be remembered by many football fans for their antics in the early 2010s. Because in 2011, the club was purchased by a Dagestani billionaire, ended up signing some huge players, including Roberto Carlos, Samuel Eto'o, Yuri Zhirkov, and Umberto Busofa. However, despite all this investment, Anzi's highest league position was third, and that was in the 2012-2013 season. Since all the funding and budgets were cut by 2/3 back in 2013, Anzi sold off a lot of key players such as Uretos, Lasana Diarra, Willian as well, and that led the club to a relegation in the 13-14 season. They bounced straight back up to the Russian top flight, but now they find themselves back in the second division of Russian football. Could you be the manager to lead Anzi to the glory they never quite got? The second club on this list is Union Berlin. It's a club founded in 1966, and its nickname is Die Eisernen, or the Iron Ones. They found themselves promoted to the Bundesliga for the first time after, well, of course, getting promoted last season. They became the first Bundesliga club from the former East Berlin, and just the fifth from the former East Germany to play in the Bundesliga. Union Berlin were just the fifth team to win their promotion playoff too, since it was introduced back in 1982. Since promotion, the club have signed former Borussia Dortmund defender Neven Subotic, German veteran Christian Gentner, and they've also got the younger brother of Real Madrid midfielder Toni Kroos, Felix, in the ranks too. It's probably one of the toughest challenges on this list because they do have quite a weak side compared to most teams in the Bundesliga, but can you lead Union Berlin to glory? Team number 3, and it's going to be a team I think plenty of people are going to give a go this season, and it's Bolton Wanderers. Bolton Wanderers, of course, sat in the third division of English football, also known as League One, and they're going to be starting off the season in-game with a minus 12 points. Now, it's been a bit of a crazy 12 months or so for Bolton Wanderers, so close to liquidation, but they were saved on the 28th of August and got some new ownership as the club was sold to Football Ventures Limited. Believe it or not, Bolton were in the UEFA Cup, also known as the Europa League, just over 10 years ago. And, relegation to the bottom flight of English football now looms. But you've got a fresh start, despite that minus 12 point deduction, which I think a lot of Football Manager players will be licking their lips at, giving them a bit of a challenge straight away. This could be an interesting save. The club is very, very weak at the moment, but you could be sort of the catalyst to greater times with Bolton Wanderers. Sticking in England, we're going to go to Salford City. It's a team founded in 1940, but it will be well known due to their connections with ex-Manchester United players. Gary and Phil Neville, Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs and David Beckham all own 10% each, alongside Singaporean businessman who owns 40% of the club. The club were in the Premier League Division North when taken over by the class of 92, and in 2014, since they've risen the English pyramid, they're now in the Football League for the first time in their history, after they won the National League playoffs last season. It was suggested by Ryan Giggs back in 2014 that the consortium had the ambitious plans of reaching championship level within 15 years. Well, with the club being just 2 promotions away already, it's an intriguing but easily doable task with a fascinating backstory. The next team on my list is Girona. The last season they were the Spanish-based team who were relegated from the La Liga after finishing 18th. It was a short stint as they were promoted to the top flight for their first ever time in the 17-18 season. Almost half the club is owned by the City Football Group, whose subsidiaries include Manchester City, New York City FC, Melbourne City and of course many more. It's a club with a great backing and, of course, links to some of the best teams in the world, including Manchester City. A good run, could see some good investment, and this could be a nice little project abroad for you. We move over to France now, and the next team is AS Saint-Etienne. It's a French side, and of course, exactly 100 years old. They've been knocking around the top half of French football consistently for a while now, but it's quite strange because they've got a record 10 Ligue 1 titles, but they haven't won a title since the 1980-81 season. Of course, it'll be a tough task toppling the likes of Lyon and especially PSG, but there is some fantastic history with this French club, and I think sort of a sleeping giant save maybe comes to mind. The next club on the list is Feyenoord. Despite being a side constantly battling at the top of the Eredivisie with PSV and Ajax, Feyenoord have found consistency at the top a bit of an issue. The club of the people was founded back in 1908 and they've won 15 league titles, but only one of them has come in the last 20 years, despite 14 top 4 finishes in that time. The club very rarely miss out on European football, so that will also be, of course, part of your adventure. But the Rotterdam-based club will still be hoping for you to battle it out and topple Ajax and PSV. Moving back to England now, and it's Luton Town. It's been an extremely interesting 12 years or so for Luton Town. After a few horrible seasons, in the 09-10 season, the club were relegated to the Conference, a division in which the club had never before participated. Despite 3 unsuccessful promotion playoffs, it took until the 2013-14 season before Luton were back in the Football League. In the 2017-18 season, the club then gained promotion from League 2 and gained a second successive promotion in the 18-19 season to return to the Championship in England. It's always tough for a club to maintain consistency and a good playing squad, especially after rising through the leagues and ranks so quickly. But the 134-year-old club has an incredible mix of emotions over the past decade or so, and their rise through the English Football League is quite incredible, and that's why this club could be an interesting one and one to look out for in Football Manager 20. Moving across to Italy now, I've gone with Atalanta as the penultimate team on this list. The Black and Blues in Atalanta have managed to finish 3rd in the Serie A last season, and that means they qualify for the Champions League group stages for the first ever time in the club's history. It's a shame that the Italian side will have to play their Champions League games at the San Siro due to UEFA regulations. But it's been an impressive rise from lower league table form and final positions to a 4th and 3rd place finish in the last 3 years. Of course, they've got Colombian hitman Duvan Zapata leading the line, who finished level top goal scorer in the Italian top flight last year. But how will you manage the expectations of the league and the Champions League in your first campaign if you take the job in Italy? And the final team on this list is Wycombe Wanderers, founded just 20 years ago. Yes, 20 years. Founded back in 1999, Wycombe Wanderers have picked up 11 promotions in 19 years, which of course is a British record. It has been dubbed a real-life championship manager by the club's chairman and manager Mark White. And of course their meteoric rise now sees the Wanderers sat in the National League South, just 2 promotions away from the English Football League. Could Dorking be your go-to team to start your road to glory in FM20? Well guys, that's my list of 10 teams to manage on Football Manager 2020. Of course, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is there any teams that you think I should manage or other players should manage, or is there any teams on this list that you are going to give a go after watching it? As always, be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll be back with some FM20 content extremely soon. So do not miss out, and I'll see you all next time.